buy success overnight. We live in this world where it's that instant gratification, where we want all the rewards, the accolades, the status for something that's going to take a long time and tons of hard work to get there. I have seen with my own clients, with my friends, that there is this place in between where sometimes we get a little lazy or complacent along the way because we want what's over here instead of where we are in the middle. And if you're not creating the right conditions for growth in the beginning, it's going to get harder along the way. There's no such thing as cutting corners. And yes, I'm sure they're out there. We've probably seen people that have done them. But overall, there isn't. How many times you buy the gym membership, you're not going to get the goal that you went there with on day one. You're actually going to have to put in all of that hard work. And that's what it comes to business. We always see these, oh my gosh, this business out of nowhere just came and accomplished multi-million dollars. But you don't ever hear the story that, hey, maybe it was the last 10 years of failure that they went through to be able to get to where they are today. And I remember when I first started into the entrepreneurial world, all I heard was these success stories of these people that had made it and had done well. And I thought, oh my gosh, I'm actually failing because I have been 6 months in or a year in and I'm only here. And finally going back and hearing the stories of these people, doing research and listening to podcasts about them or autobiographies, reading, to hear the actual story of, hey, this was hard. I almost gave up along the way. But it is that extra grit that comes in that helps you be able to really create a good product, a good service, and to give you the discipline that you need to be able to grow something. And a great example of this is I had a friend of mine who just hustled for a long time, finally sold his business, and is sitting here now just thinking, gosh, you know what? It's so nice to rest for a second, because these last 5-7 years, they have just hustled because they didn't want to cut corners. And it comes to the point where they have the freedom now. They have all this money in their bank that they never thought they would ever have. And they can go really evaluate how they want to build next. I see founders do the exact same thing, including myself. In those beginning years, you're hiring a coach, you're buying the software, you're just taking all of this information in, hoping for that overnight success in a lot of ways, because we've kind of been ingrained to think that it should happen. And when it doesn't, it's a little bit devastating to say, oh gosh, you know what? I've spent all this money, I've put this time into here, hoping that it would give me back something almost instantly, and it hasn't. They tell us, leave your personal things at the door. But when you're an entrepreneur, sometimes that's really difficult, especially if you're a solopreneur. Your stuff is going to follow you through the door, and it's going to start affecting things whether you're aware of it or not. And I think that's where it kind of gets difficult in those beginning years of when you really want to level up your business and you want to create these conditions in there to help you be successful. And that does come along the lines of who are the folks that influence you, and what are you letting speak into you and take as truth. And that has always been something for me in the beginning years, kind of taking anything and everything in, because I didn't yet have the wisdom that older business owners had. I didn't have great discernment to know, hey, this person is giving me really bad business advice and I need to not listen to that. And that's why I'm always so big on who gets to have a seat at your table, because those are the folks that are influential into how you're going to show up, how you're going to achieve your goals, and are you staying true to yourself. Funny enough, I'm actually reading the autobiography by Spencer Pratt, and he talks a lot about this of, yes, he can be a lot, but how the show made him even very untrue to who he really is. Just because they could spin a couple of words a certain way and these people start coming in and money talks, you want to make money and you want to strive for this career to be successful, and you start letting people that shouldn't have a say in your life be able to speak more into it. And that comes down to business as well. I've had tons of really bad business coaches and things said to me over the years that if I had been, I always say, if I had been smarter, I would have allowed this, but I didn't know what I didn't know. And so that's my piece of advice to business owners and solopreneurs out there, is really evaluate who gets a vote to speak into your life, personally and business related, because you know who you are, you know what your goals are, and you want to make sure that your business aligns with all of those things. People are just as important as systems, and the type of systems that you put into your business can make or break you as well. You're going to fall to the level of what those systems are. So I always give the example, constraints. You don't want a system that day one you're already starting to feel tight and you can't breathe on it because it's too small for where you want to go. Think of it this way. This is a really stupid analogy. But if you think about a collar that you put on your dog, you always want to put like a couple fingers between it so your dog can breathe and it's comfortable for your dog to wear. Think of that as your systems too. If you come in day one and you actually put a collar around your business, you want to have space so your business can grow into it. Have the correct systems and you've done an evaluation and looked from a very strategic point of view, you should be able to determine, hey, this is what I need because I know where I'm going to go 3, 5, 7 years down the road. Whether you realize it or not, your environment has a very big impact. Choose wisely what you allow into it, and that's going to set you up for success.